This time it will be short, I promise. Okay, let's start with news, and I have a couple of them already, and yeah, that's some of them will be connected with things I said sometimes ago. So let's start with the news about the IT world. Sad things is that we have more layoffs. This time, for example, Dropbox is laying off 20% of their staff, so it is roughly 500 people, and they did the same thing last year, around 500 people, and this shows how well they manage the, let's say, the capacity, how well they manage the plans, how well they predict the future. And all companies which are doing these layoffs one time per year or something like that, congratulations, you have very great management skills and very great managers. So work from home, and this is also the sad thing, because work from home, okay, in IT we are in the specific situation, right? For us, work from home is kinda normal, or should be kinda normal, but not every CEO, not every manager is thinking this way. I have my opinion about this. I have my very strong opinion about this, and I have very strong opinion about this kind of managers. And honestly, unfortunately, one of these managers is in AWS now, and he said something what is really annoying and really not fair and really not right. Okay, he said, go back to the office or quit. Honestly, in the same second I will start looking for something new. I will not hesitate. So I have to say a few words about Elon, and I have my very strong and stronger opinion about him. It's not the surprise that he is already known for his love to that purple man and his Sith master, who is sitting in the Kremlin. But this time he forced to change Twitter, not X, Twitter. And the change is that even if you block someone, this blocked person is still able to see what you wrote. So, and he did it, as I heard, to see what his kids are publishing there. It means a lot, right? All right. Now, this will be serious. This is a stupid case. I mean, in terms of what's happened after, but this happens after very sad thing. So I will be serious here, because in this the death is involved really. And we heard that one teenager in US killed himself. He committed suicide after many months of chatting with AI. And this is very sad, and character AI was involved in that, involved in this way that this guy was chatting with the AI provided by character AI. He created his own reality there, if I'm not mistaken, a girlfriend, and well, he convinced himself to commit suicide to be with this girlfriend. What can I say? Okay, this itself is very sad story, but what happened next is not that not that right, let's say. And to be clear, I'm not saying that character AI did something wrong. Okay, they prepared the model, they give this model to the public, and the public can use it. Well, maybe they shouldn't say what they did, that if you are depressed or alone, you can use this bots to, cheer you up. Still, those are the words only. Here, the problem was completely in different place. Okay, I'm not the psychologist. I don't know much about psychology, but to my logic, this guy had much more problems with himself than not having friends or something like that. I mean, not having friends is also the problem, but it's a bigger thing, okay? I will not, dig myself right now. Mother of this guy want to sue the character AI because she thinks that the company is guilty. In my opinion, the company is not guilty at all. This boy had a lot of problems with his life, and those problems should be solved somewhere in some other place. I don't want also to say that family didn't do something or the school didn't do something or whatever. Let's be honest. The same way, first-person shooting games don't make you a killer, the AI cannot be responsible for your death. Not today, at least. Okay? This is sad as the whole story. I believe that this lawsuit is stupid, is not in the right place, and this is the end of the story. And some prediction for the next year, because we are already in the November, so almost end of the year, and we heard that the estimation for global internet traffic in 2025 is around 170 zettabytes. It is 1000 to the power of 7. AWS news, because as a community builder I have to do some AWS news, but there will be not many of them, in fact 2. So first of all, CloudWatch evidently will be turned off soon. So first of all, AWS finally learned something, and they announced that, and evidently will be discontinued in October 2025. So we have 1 year more of using it, and the functionality will be still available in app-config. So you still will be able to run similar things. And evidently was a tool, I can say was a tool because it will be discontinued. Evidently is a tool for create some experimentation over the code and your applications. In simple terms, I never use it honestly, but from the documentation and so on, looks quite interesting as a tool for development. So this news is quite old, but I didn't say anything about this on purpose because this is about vulnerability, which is not real vulnerability. Let me explain this. There was a finding about the vulnerability in AWS application load balancer, but it turned out quite quickly that it's not the vulnerability per se, but how users can configure the ALB. The article said about 15,000 of vulnerable load balancers, and this is about the configuration, how we allow the underlying resources to be reached throughout the load balancers. And while I accept the point that proper configuration is expected from customers, of course, this is part of the shared responsibility model, right? I can say that AWS should secure the service better, but still this is not the vulnerability per se. Let's talk a little bit about security, because it's a quite good move from AWS vulnerability, which is not the vulnerability, to security part. Do you remember this North Korean guy who get this remote job? We thought this is ended, but it's not really, because it looks like some data were stolen, looks like some ransom is being demanded, and I'm really eager to see what will happen next with that. The link to the article is in the description below. Do you remember SolarWinds? Yes, they strikes back. And yeah, some years ago they had very bad year, I think. There was a lot of problems with them. They had very serious vulnerabilities. And now we have another one, a critical hard-coded login credential. In SolarWinds web help desk line has been exploited in the wild by criminals, according to the US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, which has added the security blunder to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. Right? I mean, you know, hard-coded credentials are unfortunately very common still. It's like security 101, really. No hard-coded credentials, no credentials passed in plain text, no credentials in GitHub repositories. We say this every fucking single day, and still people are doing it. Okay? But now we are talking about SolarWinds, which is the company who should like create the standards. So they created it. Let's go to the final part of this, and I will talk about my private stuff here a little bit. So let's talk about conferences first. Around the publication of this video, I will be or at DevOps Days in Warsaw or at KubeCon in Salt Lake City. DevOps Days in Warsaw. So it will be the 10th edition of this conference. So, well, great anniversary for great work of great people. And I will be there as a member of the organizers team, as a speaker, and as a Tameshi's representative. KubeCon and reInvent, really. Both of those conferences take place in US, of course. KubeCon Salt Lake City, reInvent Las Vegas, as always. And I'll be there as a participant, but well, I will do a lot of things there. So for sure I will do interviews, so for sure I will talk with a lot of people. And I have 2 calendars, description in the, you can find the links in the description. And if you want to have some short interview for this very unpopular channel, you can schedule a slot for it, and I'll be happy to have this 30 minutes with you. And after reInvent, there will be a lot of recaps, and this time, for the first time really, I will be participating in that. I had great opportunity to provide liberating structures workshops during the Orange Learning Week, and this workshop was done in person in Bratislava, Slovakia. I had there like around 20 people. I believe they enjoyed. I want to do more workshops about this. So I already updated the agenda to make it more optimal. And if you are interested in liberating structures, let me know. I'll be happy to do it for you. Also, another information about my involvement in things is about Tech Leaders. Again, this is the 10th edition of Tech Leaders, so great job, really, for everyone who is behind Tech Leaders. I salute you, really, because you did a lot of great job, and I will be a mentor again in this edition. CI/CD Design Patterns book. The writing process is almost ended. I even can say the writing process is ended. Right now we are fixing stuff and so on and so on. Together with Garima, Michal and Muktesh, we spent a lot of time writing it, and it was a great collaboration. And we also know that the Kindle version on Amazon, it was, maybe still is, in the first place of the pre-ordered books for Kindle, of course. So it is great. So I'm looking forward when where it will be published. It will be the beginning of the next year, somewhere on the beginning of the next year. And yeah, I'm really eager to see it in action and how it will perform, and what will be the feedbacks of people who read this book. I said this will be kinda shorter, right? Thank you for your time. Please support me in this channel, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be happy to provide more and more stuff. One more thing. I decided to abandon the speaking AI part because I saw that the traction of it is not that nice, let's say, and also it creates like a confusion probably for the YouTube, so I will stop doing this. Anyway, have a good time. See you somewhere there. To the next time.